What's up guys, I hope you are all having a fantastic day so far. Real quickly before I get into the rest of today's video, I just wanted to say for the next couple of days, about 10 days or so, I'm going to be on a vacation with family. There won't be any uploads within this time, I don't think so. It's something that I'm still trying to work out as of now, but I just wanted to let you know and keep you updated. If you are watching this at the time of the upload, I will be probably on vacation, and within the next 10 days or so, I will be back on June 20th. From there, I'm going to be going ham on video production and getting content uploaded and pumped out for you guys. So just wanted to let you guys know, keep you in the loop on kind of what's up with me. But yeah, let's get right into it. I just pulled up on your address. Girl, you always ask me got some money for the night, yeah. New job, had to pull up on you right with. So you guys want to know something funny? Check this out. Let me get inside the car real quick. So I actually never knew this about my car, but when you pop open the glove compartment right here, if you see this little thing, that's a flashlight. And you can actually yank it out just like that. And look, you have your own BMW flashlight. How handy, I never even knew that. The camera's out of focus, but look at that. In case your car breaks down, you know, in the multiple times that it will over the course of its life, you can have a flashlight to save you in all sorts of emergencies. How nifty. Thank you, BMW. So today we're going to be talking about turbo upgrades, and really, is it worth going the route of upgrading your turbos? Now, I know I make a lot of videos pertaining to BMWs on this channel, and largely so, this video also does apply to BMWs. But if you are watching this and you don't own one, this can apply to anything. If you have an AMG bi-turbo, if you have a McLaren, if you have really any car with a turbo, is it worth upgrading the car's turbochargers to produce more power? So although this can generally apply to any car, so to speak, of course I'm going to be focusing more primarily on the N54 and N55 kind of BMW turbo engines. But like I said, you know, you can apply this to other cars as well. With upgrading your turbos on these cars, you have a lot of options. There's Vargas turbos, there are pure turbos, you've got, you know, different sizes for different, you've got different size turbos for different performance applications. You can go single turbo, you can do hybrid. There's so many different options and setups that you can do. You have a lot of options, which is of course a good thing, because generally the more options the better. You can consider a lot of things. There are two things that, if I were to give advice on the matter of upgrading your turbos, there would be two things that I would honestly consider before making any purchases or going forward with any steps. The first being that most engines on a performance car that are turboed, whether it's a bi-turbo or twin turbo or even like a single twin scroll turbo car, they are pretty capable out of the factory and out of the box, even with the stock turbo setup. On an N54, I think the world record dyno number for N54 stock turbos was 503 horsepower at the rear wheels. You can easily push 450 to 460 wheels on a stock turbo. You know, even with AMGs, with the M cars, you can push you know, well over 500 horsepower on stock turbos with these cars, and for most people that's more than enough for what they're looking for, and it is a lot of power. I mean, we're already talking about making a fast car significantly faster in its stock form. So I think it's really important to consider the fact that you do have a lot of options before, you know, just upgrading your turbos. You may as well see what the stock turbos can put out, feel the performance that has, and from there, you know, kind of make a decision over time if you get tired with it. If not, then great, keep it. If it's great for your performance applications such as canyon driving or track racing, you know, maybe something like stock turbos might be better because you want a lower power number. You don't want something that's going to be putting out an insane amount of power down, because you're not going to be able to even utilize it on the track. So those are some things to consider. Second off, consider asking yourself, where do you want to take the build with your car? You know, what are your long-term goals with it? How long do you even plan on keeping the car? Because if this is a daily driver and you're planning on getting rid of the car in 2 years or 3 years or whatever, you know, you're probably just going to want to stick with the stock turbos. But if you plan on keeping this car for, you know, over 4 years, you love the power, you want to build it, experience it and stuff, then I think it's definitely safe to say go ahead and save up for the upgraded turbos, or just go ahead and perform that. If you can install upgraded turbos yourself, you're going to save yourself a buttload in labor. You know, regardless, it's a bit of a pricey upgrade because new turbos and the whole new setup, the new intake piping and inlets, and the other bolt-ons that you're going to want to have, such as an intercooler, upgraded charge pipe, of course. Those are things that you're going to want to consider if you haven't already done so, installing those on your car. So there are a lot of considerations to make, and considerations is a word that I'm going to be repeating frequently throughout this video. Just a lot of things that you're going to want to take a mental note of, but depending on how your long-term goals or plans are for the car, that's going to play a huge decision in upgrading the turbos. Now, Pure Turbos, from what I've heard personally, is like hands down the best turbo company as far as upgrades go, with BMWs, with AMGs, with McLaren's, like I think Porsches too. They do some great work, and I've never been in a Pure Stage 2 car, like a BMW or something like that, or even a Pure Stage 1 turbo setup. But from what I've heard, they make amazing upgraded turbos that retain that OEM look and feel, but at the same time, you produce immense amounts of power. A Pure Stage 2 setup with the high flow turbos on an N54 can easily push 700 wheel horsepower with the right tuning and the right fueling. It's pretty incredible how capable those turbos are. So when we're talking about an upgrade in power, it's not just a minor upgrade. We're talking, you know, generally around 100 to 200 horsepower to the wheels, based off your bolt-on mods, your fueling, the tuning setup, and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of upgrades and a lot of things you can take advantage of with the consideration of upgraded turbos. However, the more power you throw generally at a car, the more things you do to it, the more you're going to have to add preventative maintenance, upgraded parts, upgraded vacuum lines, coil packs, you know, your injectors. You're going to need colder spark plugs, all that kind of stuff. You're going to constantly need to be recalibrating the car as far as tuning goes. So there's a lot of work that you're going to have to put in it. It's not like you just slap on a new turbo or a new set of turbos and bam, you're good to go. You know, it's definitely a process, and it's a lot that you are really going to need to look into. Anyway guys, that's just kind of my 2 cents on upgrading your turbos. It's definitely a process for sure. It's definitely a lot to consider. There are a lot of factors that go into play based off of the type of car it is, the type of motor it is, the type of turbos you're looking for, the type of bolt-ons you have, your budget. So many different variables at play. So definitely something that I think everybody should at least look into, especially if they're into the performance and tuning scene and stuff like that. Anyway, if you guys did find this video enjoyable, if you found it informative in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to give me a thumbs up on this video, as it can help my video be spread to other potential users who may be looking for some good info. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Simply Car Things, if you haven't done so already. I have a merch shop down below. The link will be in the description, simplycarthings.co. You can get all kinds of things like bracelets, t-shirts, hats, accessories for your car, and whatnot. With all that being said, I will catch you guys all in the next one. Have a good one. We figured out a few things back on the side.